Good afternoon. I understand that the state law currently requires that the following announcement be made at the beginning of every remote public hearing as follows. Due to the current public health emergency, City Council committees are currently meeting remotely. We are using Microsoft Teams to make these remote hearings possible. Instructions for how the public may view and offer public testimony at public hearings of council committees are included in the public hearing notices that are published in the Daily News, Inquirer, and Legal Intelligencer prior to the hearings, and can also be found on phlcouncil.com. I now note that the hour has come. Clerk, will you please call the roll to take attendance? Members that are in attendance will please indicate that you are present when your name is called. Also, please say a few brief words when responding so that your image will be displayed on screen when you speak.
Councilmember David O.
Present. I am here. Thank you very much.
Councilmember Cindy Bass.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am present. Thank you.
Judge Paul Penapinto.
Thank you very much. I am here.
Sheriff Rochelle Bilal.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am present.
Richard Wexler.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be here.
Nadeem Bazar. Robin Cooper. Vicky Suarez. Brianna Donahue. Yolanda Bryant.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm attending.
Rashid Shaw.
Thank you very much. A quorum of the committee is present, and this hearing is now called to order. The public hearing on the special committee on child separations pertaining to resolution number 220402. Clerk, will you please read the title of the resolution?
Resolution 220402, authorizing Council's Special Committee on Child Separations in Philadelphia to hold public hearings regarding its final report of findings and recommendations.
Thank you. Before we begin to hear testimony from any witnesses we may have today, everyone who has been invited to the meeting to testify should be aware that this public hearing is being recorded. Because the hearing is public, participants and viewers have no reasonable expectation of privacy. By continuing to be in the meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. Additionally, prior to recognizing members for the questions or comments they have for witnesses, I will note for the record that this time that we will use the chat feature available in Microsoft Teams to allow members to signify that they wish to be recognized. In order to comply with the Sunshine Act, the chat features must only be used for this purpose. Would any members of the committee like to make any remarks? If so, please use the chat feature or the hand feature under reactions. If somehow I don't recognize you, just let me know verbally and I will recognize you.
Mr. Chairman, or my co-chair, Councilman O.
Yes, co-chair. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. Listen, I just really wanted to thank you for your attention to this very important issue. Child separation is something that's not to be taken lightly. I think as parents, we all know the feeling of something happening to your child, particularly being removed from your care. Just the very image of that in your mind can really be disruptive to just your state of well-being. The idea that a child will be removed without cause from someone's home is very concerning. And I think when you look at the fact that Philadelphia has had a history of having more out of home placements than any other city in the nation, that by itself calls for us to really pay attention to what is happening. So I just really wanted to thank you for your attention on this matter as we proceed with today's hearing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. And let me thank you as well, because this has been a very difficult issue. And it has been uh, one that has been extremely hard to bring to light.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the community and the children and the parents thank you, Councilman Bass, for speaking up and stepping up at a time where, few would actually acknowledge
Yes.
the severity of this problem. And let me go on. I do see that committee member Rashid Shaw is on with us, and
Yes,
let
how
me
are you
ask.
today? How are you all today?
Doing very well, thank you. And I just asked the members of the committee if anybody would like to make a statement before we proceed on. The co-chair, Councilmember Bass, did. If you would like to, or anybody else, please let me know. There being none, let me just thank the members of this committee. Very difficult work, very emotional. There have been a lot of challenges, not to mention the pandemic that occurred in the middle of everything. But we finally have completed a very thoughtful and I think very thorough report that I think should be taken very seriously, not just here in Philadelphia, but in our state and across the nation. I want to especially thank Richard Wexler for lending his tremendous expertise. We are all very committed, but I will say that Richard Wexler, being a journalist, certainly had the gift of writing, which was super helpful along with his expertise. But to all the members, thank you for your your concern and your willingness to devote your time and efforts. And it's not over. We are now distributing this report. We're going to also give a copy to City Council. We will have to adopt it in Council. We have sent it to every legislator. I'll say, like, I know we've gotten it certainly to most legislators. Maybe there's a few more envelopes we got to send out. We're going to send it to people in our city. We're going to send it to our universities. We're going to send it to the federal government. We're going to send it to the governor's office. We are going to do that, and our committee will continue to work to bring attention to, what is happening here. So thank you for that. And to all the witnesses at all our hearings, I know it wasn't easy. There were certainly a lot of tense times. I appreciate that. And to all the people out there, children, adults, former foster care children and parents, and those still struggling and trying to reunite with their families. I appreciate your support and I appreciate your criticism. I know that there are many people distraught and they wish we could do more. This is what we can do. We will do our best to try to move things forward. We need your help. And again, I know people are very upset. They want things to be solved. They will get solved a lot better if you help us get those things done. So having said that, let me move on. We will now convene the public meeting. Clerk, will you please call the roll to take attendance? Members that are in attendance will please indicate that you are present when your name is called. Also, please say a few brief words when responding so that your image will be displayed on screen when you speak.
Councilmember David O.
I am present.
Councilmember Cindy Bass.
I am present as well. Thank you.
Judge Paul Panapinto.
I am present. Thank you very much.
Sheriff Rochelle Bilal.
Good afternoon. I am present. Thank you very much.
Richard Wexler.
Good afternoon. I'm here. Thanks very much.
Nadine Bazar, Robin Cooper, Vicky Suarez, Brianna Donahue, Yolanda Bryant,
Good afternoon, I'm present.
Rashid Shaw,
Good afternoon, I am here.
Thank you very much. We will now go into our public meeting. This is a public meeting for Resolution 220402. The chair recognizes Councilmember Bass, the co-chair, for a motion on the final report and recommendations of the Special Committee on Child Separations in Philadelphia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that the final report and recommendations of the Special Committee on Child Separation in Philadelphia be issued by this committee to the council.
It has been moved and properly, I need a second.
Yes.
Oh. Did we get a second?
Rochelle Bilal, second.
Oh, Sheriff Bilal, seconds. It has been moved and properly seconded that the final report and recommendations of the Special Committee on Child Separations in Philadelphia be issued by this committee to the council. All those in favor of the motion will signify by saying aye. Those opposed will say nay. So all those in favor, aye.
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 Any opposed? The ayes have it. This concludes the business before this Special Committee on Child Separation in Philadelphia. This public hearing is recessed to call of the chair. Thank you all very much and have a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day, everyone.
Great job.
All right.
Thank you.